In today's video, I'm going to be hyping up my favorite shoujo girls. I love these girls. They make the mangas phenomenal. I want to be their best friends and they make me obsessed with the mangas. They add depth to the story. They're special. They stand out from all the others, I'm telling you. So I can't wait to share my top 5 shoujo female characters. This will follow a similar format to my top 5 romance guys video where I'm not going to go into crazy detail about the manga. I'll just say what manga they're from, their love interest, and touch on their look and vibe and why I freaking love them. I cannot wait. If you want to know more about the manga that they're from, please do just comment below. But I will be tagging all of the manga videos where I hype these mangas up in the description box if you want to check them out. And before we begin, this is the new edition today. I've used this twice before and it was a failure. I kind of feel like a news presenter. I don't know if it's really me because I can't be expressive because this will just go like that. So I'm giving it a go again. And if it's a no, please do comment below. Like if you hate this, please do let me know. And I'm not going to use it anymore. I will have an honourable mentions section, which I will say before I reveal who was first place. And when I go through that, I will be going through your honourable mentions. And I got about 6 to 7 people comment on my community post. So there was a clear winner that you guys selected as your favorite shoujo girl. So I cannot wait to share that with you guys. But now let's get into my top 5 shoujo girls and explain to you why they stand out from all of the rest. So in 5th place, we have Satoko. Satoko? That is not her name. Let's restart that. In 5th place, we have Satoko from Firefly Wedding. She is phenomenal, and Firefly Wedding is a historical romance, but it's one of those yandere romances. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it is when the male lead or a character is obsessed with like the female lead or the other character, like the other protagonist, and they're obsessed with them to an unhealthy degree, to violence, and they're just a bit cray-cray. And Satoko's love interest is the love-sick, psychotic assassin called Shinpei. This man is cray-cray, but our girl is a noble woman. She is beautiful. From the outside, she looks like she has it all, but when you get to know her, she's actually very terminally ill. She's living on borrowed time, and her upbringing and family life haven't been that great. She's been very sheltered, not able to go outside of the house, and she's got a horrible stepmother, etc. You know the drill. But my goodness, she deserves to be 5th place because she looks death in the face every single day. I'm telling you, this girl can never catch a break. She is either facing the death of an assassin. She has to be very smart and kind of trick him at the start into not killing her, but then also protect herself against other crazy people that's trying to kill her. And also the situations that they're both in is pretty wild. Plus, like I said, she is ill. And one day she can be fine, the next she'll be coughing and coughing up blood. Let me tell you, our girl is resilient. She is a fighter, and I'm not talking about fighting as in physical strength because she's very frail, she's very weak. However, she has the sheer will and determination to survive, and she's very good at scheming and concocting plans and pushing herself to be in those awkward situations. But she also has such a caring heart. She's lived a very selfless life. She puts everyone else first, and if she likes you, she will protect you. Like, she befriended a girl and literally jumped off a cliff to save her. Like, you want her to be your best friend. And she has a bit of a crazy side. She is a bit cray-cray. I feel like the cray-cray of the assassin is rubbing off on her, and I'm so here for it. And I absolutely love her. I love her. Now in 4th place, we have Shizu from Kimi ni Todoke from Me to You. Oh, you can't not love this girl. I actually would be scared of you if you did not like her. There is nothing not to love about her. And Kimi ni Todoke is a school life rom-com manga. It's phenomenal. I'm sure you've read it. It's insanely popular. And her love interest is her childhood friend, Rio. These two, they have my heart so much. Now, she is a ditzy, lanky tomboy, and she is the most lovable character ever. She gives me golden retriever vibes, you know, the way she is insanely hyper and excitable and overreactive to every situation and loves food so much. She's giving me that golden retriever energy and vibes, and I love it. The reason why she deserves to be in fourth place is because she is the most loyal and lovable characters to her friends. Like, she's so in tune with everyone's feelings. Don't get me wrong, sometimes it takes her a little bit of a while to get clued on, but once she realizes that you are upset or something is wrong or you might be upset with her, then she is determined to make sure that you're going to be okay. She overthinks everything, she internalizes everything because she just wants you to be happy. When she breaks down and she gets really upset and crying out of happiness or worry, it's so touching. Plus, she's insanely loud and so expressive. Like, she's so refreshing to read and hilarious to read because of the artwork. And whenever she's screaming or overreacting to something, it will make you laugh till you can't laugh anymore. She also doesn't conform to what's expected of her. Like I said, she's a bit of a tomboy. She doesn't really care about how people view her most of the time. She isn't pressured to go to uni. She wants to do stuff that will make her life happy and her happy. And when her childhood friend confesses to her, she doesn't completely jump to yes or no. She sits there and thinks about it. Like, that's how much she cares. She is such a caring person. I want to be her best friend. In third place, we have Nana from You Are Too Naive, My Sweetheart. This girl, I'm obsessed. I am addicted to her. I want to read her story to the end of time. You Are Too Naive, My Sweetheart did finish last year. I was very sad. Again, this is a school life rom-com manga and it is superb. Her love interest is the ex-delinquent Sudaka. Again, I love these two through and through. I could do a whole video about them, seriously, but this is about Nana and why she's an absolute firecracker. She is a very introverted, sweet, innocent girl, and her uniqueness and her big trait in the manga is the fact that she blushes whenever she has an interaction with a guy and sometimes a girl, but it's harmless interactions that gets her blushing, having a very easy moment. And it is obviously one of the reasons why I love her. I was so disappointed whenever I didn't get an easy moment. It adds a lot more character to her. It lets us have a little sneak peek into what's going on in her mind. It's such a treat to read. Oh, she just holds such a special place in my heart. Which brings me to the next reason why I love her. She has the biggest heart and soul ever and uplifts everyone around her, not just Sudaka, her boyfriend, but her friends as well. Like, she wants to make sure that everyone can fit in and they're not left out, everyone's being their best selves, and if they're struggling to get there, she'll help them. She's amazing. Also, she doesn't shy away from expressing how she feels. I mean, obviously sometimes it can't be helped because of her easy moments, but definitely in regards to Sudaka, when she has to push herself, like when she wants to kiss him for the first time or when he's not giving her enough attention, she lets him know, and she really does fight for that moment, even though it's making her really, really uncomfortable and nervous. She's not afraid to push her own boundaries. And honestly, just her and Sudaka, like, he made it in my top 5 romance manga guys video. So she definitely deserves this third place. Those two, they're a 10 out of 10. Nana's a 10 out of 10. I love her. Again, I'm saying that so much in this video, but as you can tell, I love all of these shoujo girls. Now, coming in at number 2, this is a shocker. I thought this girl would be number 1. I did. But she's in number 2. She's in second place. And it is Yona from Yona of the Dawn. See, I'm trying not to shake. I feel like this thing really restricts me because if I move, the sound changes, and you know me, I'm always like this. Anywho, I really did want to be expressive there, so Getting back to my reporter vibes. Yona of the Dawn is an action adventure and it surrounds a lot of politics and scheming, but it's also a slow burn romance. And that romance is between her childhood friend and bodyguard, Hawk. But Yona, she is the star of the show. She is a tiny, redheaded, fiery badass. She blows me away. She blows me away every single volume. She shocks me. She pulls me in. She makes me obsessed. I want to be in her gang because she is like the leader of this group of misfits. That's the best way I can describe them without going into detail about the plot. I will link all of my Yona videos in the description box because I do go into detail. Why do I love her? Her character development is astounding. It is the best piece of literature I have read in a shoujo manga. It's phenomenal. She starts the manga being this whiny, bratty, privileged, naive girl, but then she turns into this leader, this selfless go-getter, this determined fighter who's always looking out for everybody else, who cares so much, who has a massive heart and wants to better the lives of her nation, everyone around her, whilst also improving herself and self-reflecting. Honestly, it was a treat to read. She's a superstar. Her determination and her drive was 100% one of the reasons why I fell in love with her. She does not take no for an answer when it's for the better good. That's not right. It's for the greater good. Like, she really wants to learn how to fight so she can protect those around her. Like, if you like badass FMCs, you need to read Yona of the Dawn and you will love Yona. Like, how good would it be if Yona was your BFF and she could roundhouse kick a guy if a guy was approaching you and trying to hurt you or giving you the creeps? She will also put you first. She will also comfort you when you're sad. She's insanely funny. She's cute. I mean, she is the package of someone you want in your life. Each volume, she is shining brighter, becoming her best self. I just adore her. Before we go into first place, let's go through my honourable mentions. There are a few. We have Rose from Hi, I'm a Witch and my crush wants me to make him a love potion. Then we have Maki from Studio Cabana. Then Eriko from Lovesick Ellie. She nearly made the list, people. She nearly made top 5. Another obsession. She was such a good protagonist. However, she just missed out. Then we have Riza from Love That's an Understatement. And then lastly, Fumi from Queen's Quality. And now going through your honourable mentions, there are quite a few that got 1 vote. But then we do have a top 3. So going through the ones that only had 1 person say they loved them, we have Toru from Fruits Basket. Then we have Akito from Fruits Basket, which is a controversial pick, but I love it. Then we have Nana from Nana. We have Maki from Studio Cabana. I love that she's in someone else's. We have Rengetsu from King's Beast. Riza from Lovely Complex. Shirayuki from Snow White with the red hair. Mio from My Happy Marriage, she is an absolute G. Momo from Peach Girl. Rinko from My Love Story. Makia from Tales of Reincarnation in Mederi. We have Mio from In the Name of the Mermaid Princess. And then we have Sakina from The Saviour's Book Cafe in Another World. But your top 3, we have a joint second place. Both of these got 2 votes. And that is Haruhi from Uran High School Host Club, and then Yona from Yona of the Dawn. And then, who came out on top, who got 3 votes? Colette from Colette Decides to Die. I am buzzing because Colette Decides to Die is on my TBR. It is in my manga TBR jar. So I'm hopefully going to be reading that this year. And the fact that she has got 3 votes and she's quite popular, I cannot wait. But now, for the main event, people, for my first place, we have someone that is not the protagonist. They are a side character. I mean, you know me, I love a side character. But this is my recent obsession. I love her. I can't stop thinking about how amazing her character was and how impactful she was to the story without being the obvious impact, if that makes sense. But I am obsessed with her, and it is Ayumi from Hatsu Haru. Hatsu Haru is another school life rom-com. Honestly, it is hilarious. I've just binge read the 13 volumes and it is my new obsession. Her love interest is the grumpy, cold, and aloof Taka. I can't sing her praises enough, so let me begin. She is the photographer, news reporter character in her school. So she always has a camera around her neck. She's a busybody. She's here, there, and everywhere. And she has that cute, scruffy look. Really doesn't care what people think about her. She's not really interested in how males interact with her. She's a bit blasé about all of that. All she really cares about is knowing what's going on, understanding people's relationships, and being in the know with what's hot in the school right now, which at the start of the manga series is a bit question marky. And don't get me wrong, if you are new to the manga and you are a couple volumes in, she does do some shady stuff, which makes you question her character. You're like, why would you do that to your friends? It's very odd, but as you read on, please do. You will get to know her and understand that she really, really struggles with knowing how to act and behave around people. She doesn't understand or see the world in the same way normal people do. And when you find all of this out, it's so heartfelt and touching. She's just so different from the usual shoujo girl, definitely that you get in these school life mangas, and it was so refreshing to read. She's also very selfish and selfless at the same time. She's selfless in the fact that she puts other people first when they need help. Helping others comes very naturally to her because she's very inquisitive and she wants to fix it to understand it, if that makes sense. But she is very selfish in the fact that she will put herself first, as in when she starts going out with someone, she won't change her behavior. She will still be doing the things that she wants to do. She's still very career driven and doesn't hold herself back. Also, when her dad kind of doesn't agree with the relationship that she's in, she's like, well, I don't need your permission. I'm the one dating him, and that's all that matters. I love this. We don't get this in mangas enough. She is amazing. She's the best friend you never knew you needed. She gives great advice. Her unique quirks is what puts her at the top of this list. And you might be saying, Ashley, you've only put her first because you've just read Hatsu Haru and you're obsessed with it and you're in a massive manga slump, so you're just clinging to the characters. You could be right here. And you might be then asking, will I regret putting her as number one? No, I will not. She is a standout character because of her very unique traits, her different personality. She is that rare diamond that you find and you keep close and you hold close to your heart because she's just phenomenal. She's the package. She is the diva. She is everything. Please. I want a manga just about her. So that is my top 5 shoujo manga girls. I love them. The reason why I did top 5 shoujo girls instead of top 5 romance girls is because some of these mangas, mainly Yona of the Dawn, it's not a romance manga, so I wouldn't be able to put her in the list, and she deserves to be in a top 5 list. There's top 5 shoujo. Shoujo deserves all of the hype, and maybe in the future I will do a different one where it's not just shoujo characters, it's from any of those demographics. But I want to know your opinions. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Let me know who your favorite shoujo female characters are. I cannot wait to read them. I hope you enjoyed today's video and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Oh, and do let me know if you like this thing. Should I keep it or should I get rid? In the fifth place, we have Satao. In fifth place, we have Satao.